go. High holiday season. Shavua Tov. Our service begins with Hashivenu, which most of you I'm sure know pretty well, but if you do need the words, they're on page 127.
Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Yameinu kekedem Chadesh Yameinu Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva
Our high holiday journey begins. A chance to bring our hearts into line with our souls, to connect to the divine, to our community, to our world. It's a difficult journey. It means looking inward, and sometimes we resist that. It means reaching outward, and sometimes we resist that. But together, as a community, we give strength to each other and use the words of our tradition and the music of our souls to bring us forward and make this next year even better than the last. We'll be using our Yom Kippur prayer books. There's a Slichot service in the Yom Kippur prayer books that we use each year, and we'll begin on page 412.
Kerachem al banim Richam Adonai al Yereav Ki chigvo hashamayim al haaretz Gavar chasdo al Yereav Kerachem al banim Richam Adonai al Yereav Ki chigvo hashamayim al haaretz Gavar chasdo al Yereav.
As parents show tenderness to their children, may you show mercy to those who worship you. Like the heavens that tower above the earth, your love is powerful for those who revere you. Liberation is a gift from God, a blessing upon your people. You are the God of all we can perceive, our haven, the God of Yaakov. And you are the God of all that is beyond our perception. The one who has faith in you is fortunate. Sovereign God, show us the way to freedom. Answer us on this day of our calling out to you. Moses prayed to God, as you have been faithful to this people ever since Egypt, please forgive their failings now, in keeping with your boundless love. V'sham ne'emar, Vayomer Adonai salachti kidvarecha, And God responded, I forgive as you have asked.
כי אנו עמך ואתה אלוהינו, אנו בניך ואתה אבינו, אנו עבדיך ואתה אדוננו, אנו קהלך ואתה חלקנו, אנו נחלתך ואתה גורלנו, אנו צונך ואתה רוענו, אנו חרמך ואתה נוטרנו, אנו פעולתך ואתה יודרנו, אנו רעייתך ואתה דודנו, אנו סגולתך ואתה קרובנו, אנו עמך ואתה מלכנו, אנו מאמירך ואתה מאמירנו.
Together in the middle of 4:14. Our God and God of our ancestors, we are your people and you are our God. We are your children and you are our father, our mother. We are the people who serve you and you call us to serve. We are your community and you are our portion. We are your legacy and you are our purpose. We are your flock and you are our shepherd. We are your vineyard and you watch over us. We are your work and you are our maker. We are your beloved and you are our lover. We are your treasure and you are the one we cherish. We are your people and you reign over us. We offer you our words and you offer us yours. So forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement. Throughout the holidays, we offer a vidui, a prayer of confession. It's written in the plural form so that we each can join together as a community and be responsible for our community's failings. When other people make errors, we need to be there to help them and make sure our community acts well. It's also in the plural because sometimes we are reluctant to admit our own failings. And by doing it as a group, we include ourselves in recognizing where we have stumbled and where we can grow. The first vidui of our high holidays, page 416. Please rise.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, tavo lefanecha tefillatenu, ve'al titalam mitchinatenu. אז לפנים וכשעורף נאמר לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, צדיקים אנחנו חטאנו, אבל אנחנו חטאנו.
Together, our God and God of all generations, May our prayers reach your presence, and when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. Please be seated.
Ashamnu, Ashamnu, Bagadnu,
Bagadnu,
Gazalnu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu Dofi,
Dibarnu Dofi, Hevinu, Vehirshanu,
Zadnu,
Zadnu,
Hamasnu,
Hamasnu,
Tafalnu Shaker,
Tafalnu Shaker, Ya'atznura,
Kizavnu,
Kizavnu,
Latznu,
Latznu,
Maradnu,
Maradnu,
Niatznu,
Niatznu,
Sararnu,
Sararnu,
Avinu,
Avinu,
Pashanu,
Pashanu,
Kishinu Oref,
Kishinu Oref,
Rashanu,
Rashanu,
Shichatnu,
Shichatnu,
Tiavnu,
Tiavnu,
Tainu,
Tainu,
Tietanu,
Tietanu. Together, of all these wrongs we are guilty. We betray, we steal, we scorn, we act perversely. We are cruel, we scheme, we are violent, we slander. We devise evil, we lie, we ridicule, we disobey. We abuse, we defy, we corrupt, we commit crimes. We are hostile, we are stubborn, we are immoral, we kill. We spoil, we go astray, we lead others astray. On pages 418 and 419, we join in our longer confession, Al Chet Shechatanu. We'll be reading the English and the Hebrew. Both will be reading the English and chanting the Hebrew. For these sins, our God, we ask forgiveness.
Al Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha Bizadonu Vishkaga,
The ways we have wronged you deliberately and by mistake, and harm we have caused in your world through insincere promises.
Al Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha Biflilut, Ve'al Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha Bekalut Rosh.
The ways we have wronged you by judging others unfairly, and harm we have caused in your world by making light of serious matters.
Al Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha B'Yitzer Hara, Ve'al Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha בעיניים רמות.
The ways we have wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through condescension.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בהרהור הלב, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בדיבור פה.
The ways we have wronged you through our innermost thoughts, and harm we have caused in your world through the words of our mouths.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בכחש ובכזב, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בהונאת רע.
The ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world by mistreating a friend or neighbor.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בשנאת חינם, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בווידוי פה.
The ways we have wronged you by hating without cause, and harm we have caused in your world through hypocrisy.
ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו. ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement. We continue with our vidui, using the words on pages 420 and 21, or using the confessions of your own heart that you create for yourself. We continue silently with our own confessions.
ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו. ועל כולם אלוה הסליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement. With further reflections on our growth and change, we invite to the Bima Rabbi Irwin and Joyce Goldenberg, Arlene Green, and Jody Ann Herman. Pages 422 and 423.
We wrong you when we wrong ourselves. For our failures of integrity, Adonai, we seek forgiveness. For passing judgment without knowledge of the facts, and for distorting facts to suit our purposes. for succumbing in silence to social pressure, and for acquiescing in beliefs we find offensive, for using others' bad behavior to excuse our own, and for blaming others for our mistakes and poor decisions, for pretending to emotions we do not feel, and for appearing to be other than what we are, for condemning in our children the faults we tolerate in ourselves, and for tolerating in ourselves the faults we condemn in our parents.
Values of justice. We dishonor you when we dishonor our society. For failures of justice, Adonai, we seek forgiveness, and for being indifferent to deprivation and hunger, while accepting a culture of self-indulgence and greed, and for abuse of power in boardrooms, courtrooms, and classrooms, and for accepting the neglect of children and elders, the ill and the weak, for permitting social inequities to prevail, and for lacking the vision to transcend our selfishness, for glorifying violence and turning hastily to war, and for allowing history to repeat itself, for behaviors that risk the future of our planet, and for wreaking havoc on our only true inheritance, God's creation.
We stand against you. We hurt one another. Our failures of love. Adonai, we seek forgiveness for exploiting one another and for our own pleasure, and for wounds we cause through our betrayal and deception, withholding affection from those we claim to love, and for using love to control our spouses, our partners, and our children and our parents, for abandoning friends, siblings, and those whom love has sustained us, and for neglecting those who love us when they need us the most, for harboring our relationships mistrust, boredom, and loyalty, and for rejecting our partner's efforts at repair and renewal, for possessiveness, jealousy, and avarice, for lashing out in anger and telling the closest to us. And seek forgiveness.
And we read together on the bottom of page 423. We'll start it. Here we go.
Who among us is blameless? Who shall say, I have not erred, I have not wronged or sinned? We abuse, we brutalize, we covet, we deceive, we enslave, we feud, we gossip, we humiliate, we injure, we judge unfairly, we kill, we lie, we manipulate, we neglect, we ostracize, we plagiarize, we quarrel, we rage, we shame, we turn away, we undermine, we vilify, we waste, we exploit the earth, we earn too much for yesterday and too easily forget Zion. Our sins are an alphabet of woe. Help us, Holy One, to follow your ways of integrity, justice, and love. Teach us to seek forgiveness with humility and an open heart. Sure, anytime.
As the Torah covers go from dark to white, so may our motives and our actions change from greed to generosity, from selfishness to compassion, from fear to faith, and from indifference to righteousness. As we change our Torah covers to welcome in the holidays, let it be a symbol of the change that each of us need to make, reaching out towards a purity of the soul that is in each of us and we need to bring forth. As we change the Torah covers, the ark will be open and so we'll be standing, but your health always comes first as we go through this period of standing and changing the Torah covers. If you need to sit down, that's the most important thing to do. We invite Suzanne Smiley and Roberta Traeger to join us on the bima. Please rise.
And Gina Drangle. Achat shalti meit Adonai otav akesh. Achat shalti meit Adonai otav akesh. Shifti beveit Adonai kol yemei chayai. כבודך מלא עולם. ינעם שחר מקומך נעלה ונעלם, וענה לו המשחר כבודך מלא עולם. דרשתי קרבתך בכל ליבי קראתיך, ופסעתי לקראתי מצאתיך. איי ניי 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 יאי ניי ניי יאי ניי 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 דרשתי קרבתך בכל ליבי קראתיך, ופסעתי לקראתי מצאתיך. מקומך נעלה ונעלם, וענה לו המשחר כבודך מלא עולם.
These beautiful words that were sung come from Rabbi Yehuda Halevi, the Spanish rabbi. Yah, God, where shall I find you? High and hidden is your place, and where shall I not find you? The world is full of your kavod. I have sought your nearness. With all my heart have I called you, and going out to meet you, I found you coming toward me. Avinu Malkeinu are words that we offer to connect us to God, to the power of God as a parent, as a ruler, and the power that we each have to make a difference in our lives. We turn back to page 252. We invite Scott Scheidlauer to join us on the bima.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol aleinu, V'alol aleinu, V'tabenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei dever, V'cherev v'ra'av, Mei aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei chotzah, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu, Shema Kolenu, Shema Kolenu.
We read together in Hebrew and in English. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Almighty and merciful, hear our voice. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, we have strayed and sinned before you. Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol aleinu ve'al olaleinu v'tapenu. Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and on our families. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei dever v'cherev v'ra'av me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, halt the onslaught of sickness, violence, and hunger. Avinu Malkeinu, Kalei kol tsar umastin me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, halt the reign of those who cause pain and terror. Avinu Malkeinu, kotvenu b'sefer chayim tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the book of lives well lived. Avinu Malkeinu, chadesh aleinu shana tova. Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a year of goodness. Avinu Malkeinu, malei yadenu mebirchotecha. Avinu Malkeinu, let our hands overflow with your blessings. Avinu Malkeinu, harem keren mishichecha. Avinu Malkeinu, let our eyes behold the dawn of redemption. Avinu Malkeinu, na'al tashivenu rekam milfanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, we pray, do not turn us away from you with nothing. Avinu Malkeinu, kabel barachamim uvratzon et tefilatenu. Avinu Malkeinu, welcome our prayer with love, accept and embrace it. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh imanu lema'an shemecha. Avinu Malkeinu, act toward us as befits your name. Avinu Malkeinu, aseh lema'ancha im lo lema'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, act for your sake, if not for our own. Avinu Malkeinu, ein lanu melech ela ata. Avinu Malkeinu, you alone are our sovereign. Avinu Malkeinu, petach sha'arei shamayim l'tefilatenu. Avinu Malkeinu, let the gates of heaven be open to our prayer. Avinu Malkeinu, shma kolenu, chus v'rachem aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice, treat us with tender compassion. Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu va'anenu, ki ein banu ma'asim, aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace, for our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, chonenu ve'anenu, ki ein banu ma'asim. Asher imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Asher imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu.
Please be seated. Like smoke above the altar, may a memory of us ascend and come before you. As Israel once came to you with offerings from the flock, so we bring to you the offerings of our mouth, not lip service, but heartfelt prayer. So the prophet taught, "Return, O Israel, to Adonai your God, for you have fallen because of your sin. Take words with you and return to Adonai. Accept the words we set before you, awkward and imperfect as they are, our hesitant questions, our corrosive doubts. Accept too our silences, our thoughts that rise in the stillness, our faith that coheres for a fragile instant, then dissipates like smoke above the altar." Wait, before we start singing, as we move to the conclusion of our service, we balance the silence and the sound. We'll join together in singing Hashki Venu. The words are on page 127 if you need them, but most of you don't. And we'll join singing that beautifully. And then Sam Zweigaft will share our first shofar blast of this holiday season. We are tempted at the end of services to comment on the shofar blast, on what's happening tomorrow, on our ride home, incidental conversation that takes us away from the power of the moment. And so as we do at each Slichot, I invite you after the shofar blast to leave here in silence, to resist the temptation to offer words of conversation that diminishes this moment. Let the sound of the shofar blast be what carries you into the night and into these days of the High Holy Days. Hashi Venu, page 127.
Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai, Eileh.